Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to run OpenClaw on OpenCode, and we will also see why to do it because it's very interesting. So let's start with OpenClaw. OpenClaw is a very famous AI personal assistant, but it isn't very special because you can recreate the same ecosystem also with other tools, and we will see it. OpenCode, it's a little bit different. It's a general purpose interface for LLMs. So this is the architecture of OpenClaw. So we have the agent, which can be OpenClaw or OpenCode in this case, but all the rest can be recreated with different tools. So, for instance, the skills, you can use pre-made skills, but it could be dangerous if you don't know what happens inside here. Or you can create skills by yourself. They are just markdown files that do things. So the skills are independent from OpenClaw. You have special skills for OpenClaw, but you can also skills made for OpenCode or for other tools. If the LLM is intelligent enough, you can run also skills made by others for other systems. Then we have persistent memory that we don't have out of the box in OpenCode, but we can recreate using the OpenClaw skills. And then we have the cron job that we don't have it on the chart, but it's a way to recall the agent also when we aren't typing with the gateway interface. And then we have the integration with WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, etc. And we can recreate this with a tool inside OpenCode. So let's see an example so it will be more clear to see what will happen. So this is OpenCode Web. So it's the web interface of OpenCode. You can use OpenCode via terminal, via GUI, or via web interface. And as you can see, I'm using a local address in my LAN. What is important, it's where you run it. So I'm running it from data OpenClaw Essenza. And this folder is also the folder that is used by OpenCode or OpenClaw. So it's the same structure. We have agents, which is like the index. Then we have heartbeat, which is the task that you are supposed to do programmatically. And then we have other MD files where the agent store the info that it needs. And then we have skills, which is the standard. So here are the skills that I created or I copied from other markdowns from internet, but I checked the content. And then we have memory. It's just a directory with MD files where the agent store and summarize the things that we do in the chat. And then I have a bin directory where it is supposed to find executables that are needed in skills. So let's see a demo. So just to check that this isn't a normal OpenCode instance. So who am I? And as you can see here, we can also check the reasoning. This is very important because sometimes you have to specify the correct markdown file, but not in this situation. So it remembers the name that I chose in OpenClaw. So you are maestro, and this is also the file where it stores this information. So let's try to do something more interesting. What are your skills? So these are the skills that I care, but it didn't recognize the correct. So let's try again. This is another feature. This is the generic response. And in OpenCode you can also do /undo to not waste the context. So what are your skills? Check. Okay, we can specify a directory. It isn't always needed to do that. You can also specify in a more explicit way in your agent MD if you want to avoid this kind of explicit calling of skills. So these are the skills that I have. So I chose to not use Brave API, which is default in OpenClaw, but I use DuckDuckGo. Then I have GitHub, Hacker News, Reddit, Bird. Bird is an interesting project that allow you to use Twitter X with unofficial API. It's very interesting. And this is for YouTube, and this is a generic skill creator skill. So let's try something interesting like this. So this is a video. I can copy this video URL, and then I ask create a post about it. And you can also see the reasoning tracks, which normally you don't see in OpenClaw, but are very important. So okay, it's getting the YouTube metadata. It is using the direct API with YouTube DLP, so not my skill. This is important. But it was able to get the subtitles. So we will have okay. Let's do this, the things that I did before. So create a post about it. Use your skill. Okay, let's see if it is using the correct skill. Okay, so it is doing a local search before answering. Okay, extract the video transcript, and this is a command that I tweaked for this kind of situation. And okay, so now we should see a correct. Okay, so this is a short post about the topics covered in the video. And with the same skill, I can also analyze the comments. So analyze the comments. So it understands that the URL it's the same, and we can see here extract YouTube video comments. This comes from my skill. It isn't a generic knowledge. Okay, so we don't have many comments to analyze, but here we have comments grouped by topic. and you can check also in the video. The comments are in Italian, but you can do the analysis in English or the language that you prefer. So another interesting thing is that we don't have cron jobs in OpenCode, but you can force it. So you can try to do run the heartbeat. So with a short prompt like this in a cron job in your system, you can run periodic activities. So in this situation, I don't have a periodic activity, but if you want to do, I don't know, a web search every hour, or check if the price of something in Amazon changed, something like that, you can put your periodic task here manually, or you can ask the OpenCode to do that. You can also change the model. I'm using KimiK 2.5 but you can also use others, and like Minimax, GLM, and so on. And you can also use your local LMs like Nemotron 30B A3B. It works fine, but you need a more powerful computer to run it as fast as the remote local AIs. And we can also check, I don't know, something to do. So like I do new, I open a new session, always here. Do I have something to do? So it will analyze the soul, the user MD, the memory, and okay, it says to buy eggs because previously I wrote this to do. Okay, I bought eggs. Okay, so it mark this item as checked. So let's try again. New. Do I have something to do? Okay, analyze again. And no, we already done both eggs, so we don't have any more things to do today. I didn't integrate Gmail accounts, calendar, and so on, but you can do it if you want, if you are interested to that. So, conclusion, I think that this way to use OpenClaw is more interesting because you can see the reasoning steps, which normally you don't see that on Telegram. And yeah, the architecture is this, so you can swap this part with OpenCode, with OpenClaw, whatever. But the most important parts are the skills, because are what they enable the features. And yeah, you don't have directly Telegram integration with OpenCode, but you can use the web UI also on mobile. So it's this UI, it's responsive. So if you use something like Tailscale or other ways to access in a secure way to your local web services, you can use that also with OpenCode. This feature is called OpenCode Web. So if you want to see the documentation, this is the command to run OpenCode. and in the docs you can check GitHub. Okay, if you search for OpenCode Web, you can also specify the host name, which it's 000 if you want to access also in another computer on your LAN, and also the ports, which by default it's 4096. So if you run OpenCode Web with these arguments, you can have the web UI as I showed to you. And this is the official docs about this web UI. That's it. I hope you found this video useful, and leave a like if you found this video useful, and see you in another one. Bye.